everybody? It's your favorite YouTuber, Austin Holloman, and we are back with another informative video. And today I will tell you guys something that is very important. You guys know I know a good amount about it. You guys know I love to date. You guys know I love women around the world. Now I'm going to give you guys my top places, my top dating markets for American men. This is not exclusive to black men, but just know that this is coming from the mouth of a black man. So my experience may not be yours. You may not have my same experience when you get there. But I'm telling you, I'm speaking from a general perspective. And as an American man, yes, these are the best places in my opinion. Number one, and these are not in order for which one is actually the best, but this is just the first one I got on the list. Number one, Lima, Peru. And like the video and subscribe if you've not already. Lima, Peru. Why do I say Lima, Peru? If you are looking for volume in dating, this is the place. The women might not be that attractive on average, but there are enough attractive women for you to date one. Like, it's not like there's so few attractive women that they're just untouchable. Because you got to remember, there's Colombians that have moved there. I believe some Brazilians have moved there too. There's people from around Latin America that have moved to Lima, Peru. And you have access to them as well. A lot of them are very friendly. I know a few of them personally. But there are also some Peruvians that are very pretty, you know. But the women here, your competition, let's be honest. Your competition with the men, the Peruvian men, is not that strong. Like, we could say financially, you know, looks-wise, and height-wise, like, they don't have the best genes. And I'm saying what women have told me and what I can see with my own eyes. So when you come down there, as a foreigner, your advantage is pretty good. But there's a trade-off. You have a very good advantage. They like to hook up, you know. The women are very friendly. You know, they're not gonna they're not difficult to deal with from what I saw. Like, and a lot of them speak English too. And they're just very warm women. You're gonna have a very good time meeting women down there. Let's just say that, right? And I advise all men go to these places that I was named on this list and meet women with respect and ethically and of age, please, because I am not responsible for any bullshit that you guys do that I wouldn't do. Your sex life will be great, but you just won't be that attracted to the women. So you just gotta go see it for yourself, man. You'll have a good time. The city's very convenient. It's very cheap to go on dates. There's a lot of places to go on dates. The women don't really they don't have a long checklist like an American chick. Like, you could take a chick on a $30 pool date. Not swimming pool, like the sport pool. You could take on a pool date and that'd be just fine. You don't really have to do too much over there. Now, Colombia is a great dating market, I would say, because you have diversity. Unlike Peru. Now, Peru, you do have honey bun, well-fed women. You have white women. You have lighter tone that's not so honey bunnish, you know. Then you have the indigenous ones that almost look Asian. You have that diversity, but in Colombia, you have white, you have mestizos, you have blacks, you have asteroid black, you have all of it. You know, and the women there are very friendly, but there's a trade-off with Colombia is that they got this scopolamine shit, which honestly I think a lot of it could be avoidable, but with the type of women that men select. But I can't say that because there's some women that men select that you would look at that would never do that, and they still drug and probably even kill these guys doing that. So Colombia is great. The women are very feminine. Peruvian women are very feminine as well, but I would say Colombian women have them beat. They're very feminine. If you get a real Colombian woman, she's traditional. I go to places and I hook up. So I guess I'm not getting the traditional ones. Not losing any sleep. I'm not in traditional mode right now. Not losing any sleep. So you can get a wife in Colombia from what I see. And the women are well fed. They have a nice gym culture there. They have a nice gym culture all over Latin America. But they have a really nice gym culture in Colombia. And if you are a black man, I feel that you can succeed in most cities. Like if you're black in Cartagena, if you're black in Cali, Like, I don't really see you having an issue dating other black women or anybody, because there's already so many black men there. It's not like a norm. I usually find these problems when black men are like the minority male race in the city, that you start to become like almost like a burden, you know? Like if you go to Montevideo trying to date the black chicks which aren't that many. If you try to date the black chicks that live in Montevideo, like yeah, you're not. From what I saw, that shit wasn't happening. But white girls, yeah, but the black chicks, no. So Cali, Colombia is, and by the way, if you're white, you can pretty much win on all fucking 7 continents, including Antarctica. But you will not have an issue as a black man in Colombia and not in Peru. There are no black people in Lima from what I saw, but if you do show up black, yeah, there's not going to be any problem. So those two are great for black men. Now, number 3 is my favorite, which is Brazil. I like Brazil because it's just as diverse as Colombia, if not even more. Like they even have Germans, you know, they have Italians if you go to certain parts of Brazil. The women there, in my opinion, are ultra feminine. The trade off is they have some feminists and they can be highly promiscuous. So can't really trust them too much. But I don't care. I still have a really good time there, and I'm in a really good time mode. I'm not saying you can't find a wife from Brazil, but you can. You know, you can find, like in Colombia, you're not gonna find as many hookups as you would in Brazil, but in Brazil, you're gonna find more hookups than you would wife material. So, but you can find wife material in Brazil, but you have to go live there, and you have to like date a shitload of women to figure out what's really going on. But it's great for an American man because it'll be a day and night switch from what you're used to. Like if you're in the States, you're probably used to women talking to you like they can fight you. You know, like they have a stern enough voice, like they can really challenge a man in a battle. Like you listen to them like, oh shit, like if this is a guy talking to me like this, I'd probably punch his ass. See, but in Brazil, I've never dealt with that. I've never dealt with that in Brazil where I had a chick that made me feel like wow, like she better be glad she a woman, you know. But they're very feminine, good hygiene. You know, they love to love, very affectionate. The most affectionate women I think I've met on the planet were from Brazil. And they're never boring. They have endless personality. That's why it's one of my favorite places. I really love being in Brazil. Now there can be some downsides, like I spoke with about before, about race, depending on where you're at, and depending on who you're talking to in that specific place. What do I mean by that? If I can date black women in Salvador, Rio, no problem. But when I found whenever I went to Sao Paulo, I'm in Sao Paulo and I want to date who? Black women. It was not as easy, and they like you have some really dumb people online that think that, oh, Austin's trying to, he coming off like a player. How the hell he's not being serious? How do they know how serious I am if all I said was hello, and somehow only the black chicks can't hear me talking to him but the white chicks can? I came off like a player because I said hello, but I gotta remember I'm talking about idiots. So anyway, certain scenarios like that you will run into. I'm not the first person to say that, but I'm just now realizing it because I'm just now seeing it. You will run into it in some scenarios. I met a Brazilian chick here in Portugal, where I was at right before this. She said she grew up in Florianopolis, and she said that the other kids would tell her that she was ugly because she had an afro and dark skin. So shit like that, that's probably why I wouldn't raise a kid there. I don't know. I don't have time to be trying to deprogram. I don't have time for that. But dating as a single American man, black American man, or even a white man is top tier in Brazil if you're looking to have fun. Now, Kenya is probably I say Brazil is the most promiscuous, but Kenya is very promiscuous. It's in Africa and it's still diverse. More so diversity of Africans. Not like Brazil, you have white, black, but you have Africans from Somalia, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda. South Africa. Everybody is in Kenya. Like, that's a hub. So if you're looking for large amounts of beautiful women, well fed, great attitude, a lot to do in the city, a convenient city when it comes to African terms. Like if we put Kenya on a world scale, it would be closer to the bottom with convenience. Like you're not. Kenya is not fucking with Bangkok's convenience. It's just not. Stuff works way better in Bangkok. But when we talk about the 7 countries I've been to in Africa, Kenya was number 1 for convenience. So just keep that in mind when you go there. Kenya is, if you love black women, Kenya is the place to go to find friendly women that will be nothing but a good time. Now, if you want a girlfriend in Nairobi, that's possible. Just be very careful. Like, be careful. Be so cautious with trying to find a girlfriend in Nairobi the same way you would playing around a viper. Yeah, that's how cautious you need to be. Because I'm bragging about, see, when I'm saying great dating markets, I'm talking about how friendly and, hooking up and, how friendly, like, I'm not going to tell you, oh, fucking Pakistan is a great dating market. Like, yeah, you could probably find a wife there, but how are you going to date them? You can't date around. You can't even try options like that. When I'm saying dating, I'm talking about where can you go and meet a bunch of beautiful women and have a good time with them. Right? And yeah, Nairobi is that place for that in Africa. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in living this lifestyle, like I said before, I have a community where we would teach you guys the blueprint of why you should do this, if this is not enough motivation, how to start it, how to immerse yourself, how to know the difference in dating in different cultures, how to get remote income, and how to invest. And you will be part of a community of other like-minded men. We will do weekly Q&A sessions where we will all get to discuss together as a group of things and places that where you guys are at in your journey, and even share photos of where you're at. Just a community of like-minded men. That goes way further than trying to do this all by yourself. Because trust me, I tried doing it all by myself. I hate doing this by myself. That's why I get on YouTube to talk to you guys every day. Because I'd go crazy if I was by myself doing this. Now, if you guys want one-on-one coaching, whether that's how to start a YouTube channel, how to become a successful YouTuber, I don't care if it's about how to grow a barber business, because I successfully reached 6 figures with a barbershop business as well. If you guys want to know about dating and investing abroad, if you guys want to know about how to get remote income, how to obtain visas, I have a 12-month coaching program that is paid up front. Some of them are paid monthly, because some of them you don't need to, it just stops whenever you need it to, but some of them need to be paid up front. The booking will be for that below in the description and the first pinned comment. If you found it entertaining or useful, again, hit the Cash App, $ Austin Holloman, or PayPal, Zelle, Austin Holloman @gmail. I love you guys, and tell me what you guys want to see next.